Morning viewers, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please press the like button, please do subscribe. It's Friday morning. It's got a lot colder, damper, wetter, and all I want to do is stay indoors, to be fair. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 7:54 a.m.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to Godzilla, who made his big screen debut on this day in 1954.
Happy birthday to Godzilla. Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Friday, the 3rd of November.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Currently, in Rochester it's 8 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 13 degrees and a low of 6 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Last week, I tried out 10 new puns, to see if they'd make people laugh. But no pun intended.
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include American television personality and model Kendall Jenner, American computer programmer and businessman Gabe Newell, Spanish Association football player and manager Unai Emery, Swedish actor Dolph Lundgren, and English footballer and commentator, 1963, Ian Wright.
Alexa, how old is Ian Wright?
Ian Wright is 60 years old.
60. Right guys, so I didn't do a video since yesterday afternoon. I'm trying to give myself a break as well from it and not always be on YouTube. So I'm trying to just rest, relax and get on with my life. So I've got up this morning early because I got woken up by loud noises, but I'm glad actually. I'm actually glad I got woken up, because in this weather you just want to hide under the duvet covers and keep warm. Right, so yesterday afternoon I watch YouTube videos or the television like most people do, or listen to the radio just like everybody else. So I watched some DJE Media, The Auditor videos. I watched a film and I just kept myself busy, and I made myself coffee and I had a few snacks, and I just, like I said, do what everybody else does when they're on their own in their flat. Somebody obviously knows the times that I usually go out, so I do try and vary my times so they don't catch me. Because I do have a serious stalker. There is an internet pervert. It's not in my head. They've latched on to me. I've got a very, very small YouTube following and a YouTube account, and I don't know why they're interested in me, because my account is tiny. It's purely done for people's enjoyment and to help women that have been through abuse, and men as well. So I don't know why this person has decided to try and slander my name, spread rumours about me that aren't true. It must be quite serious, because they're actually trying to stop me making videos completely. I have to fight because it's getting to the point where they are making me afraid to actually leave my flat. But I will keep going on. I have to be extra vigilant and extra careful. There have been cases where people have got jealous of people on TikTok and done very dangerous, nasty things to them. So, I mean, people laughing and not taking it seriously. It can get serious. It depends who it is, and you know, the state of their mind. Right now, today, yesterday, it depends. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're capable of. So it can be frightening, and I'm not the only person that experiences it. Whether girls get it, female politicians, anybody that has, it's not just women, men get it too, but some men don't like women in power or women that speak their minds, so they attack them, basically. So, because I've told you some of the messages I am getting of a very explicit, disgusting nature, makes me feel sick, basically, and that's what it's done for. They think that is funny, they think that is going to stop me, they just want to control what I'm doing, and I'm not going to let them. But I do believe this is someone that is capable of serious harm to someone. So my mother rang 2 times yesterday, and she didn't ring in the evening or at night time. Remember, she told me to be careful with Max outside. So I go out in the evening, I walk my dog. I'm not going to say times anymore or mention the places. Keep the troll wondering. So I got a message before I actually left my flat. I was already in my thick coat and my leggings and my trainers and my hat, because you know it's cold outside. It was very, very windy yesterday, and in the wind you've got to be careful, and I'll tell you why later on. So I started to get messages before I went out. Hi, darling, it's Sean. So how are you? I've just finished work for the weekend and a big X. So already you start to feel like wary. So before I left, I was actually all dressed up to go out, and I get a message. They can't spell properly, it's the same person. So I went out the door, apprehensive. I walked out of the building, I went round the back, and then I saw a big, like, Labrador dog right down the end of the road, and I thought Max is going to start barking, because, you know, he sees a dog and he thinks he's a big dog, basically, and he'll bark. And he started the other dog barking, and I didn't want any of that, so I turned round the corner and I just walked around the riverside. And at that point there was nobody about at all. I was walking solitary on my own around the riverside by myself. In the afternoon, there'd been fishermen fishing with their rods, and one of them went and they'd gone. So I walked round to where the co-op area is, and it was extremely quiet, and it's unusual because people are always going out in and out of those shops. But it was very cold, and it was very, very windy. And it was almost blowing me down the path. So I just walked round the block yesterday. I didn't go on to the field in the pitch black. You know, you've got to be careful with a stalker. But thank goodness that the grass has been cut, so no one can hide in the grass. or out of the way because it's all been cut down. So as I was going down round the back of the flats, through the car parks, there was a woman with a bun in her hair getting into a white big car, and she reversed. So I was stood with Max. Normally I'd cross over, so I just stood there watching what this woman was doing. So she had a bun in her hair, she got into a big white car and she reversed. But I was stood on the pavement, I wasn't in the road. And I had my torch with me anyway, so I let her leave, walked down again, and there was another woman sat in a car with glasses and her hair tied back. So it was women drivers reversing out of the car parks, females. So I let this black car with this woman with glasses in it go by, and then it's pitch black, remember, it's windy, and I've got a cap on. I've got a cap on. So this is where it gets dangerous. I've got Max, and the wind blows right behind my back, I almost get pushed into the road. Max is on the lead and I'm holding him to my side, and then this car comes speeding down the road, and I can't see because my hat blows over my eyes and it then blows off my head. So I pushed a quarter into the road, I run across the road. This car, some people do speed when they see somebody walking across the road, I don't know why. So this car speeds down the road and I just leave my hat in the road. I leave it there. I leave my hat in the road. Two cars go past, and fortunately they don't drive over my cap. My cap isn't near the curb. So when I see a space with no cars, I go and get my cap, and then I walk around the back of the flats back into the building. But these messages are disturbing. So I get back into the flat and I'm getting messages from this person. Messages. Right up until 7:25. 7:25 in the evening, I start to watch a film about someone that takes this drug and it makes them see their brain capacity. It makes them see things other people can't see, and it makes their brain more intelligent. So I'm sat on this sofa with my legs up watching a DVD. Then my buzzer rings. So I'm not stressed at all. I'm relaxed. I'm watching a DVD. I'm drinking my coffee, and I've had messages. And the last message I got was, do I want to exchange numbers and chat? And I said, no, I can't chat to you. I don't want to chat to you on another application, because that's a red flag. If you can't chat here, or you can't chat normal messaging, why do we have to go on Snapchat? I don't have Snapchat personally. They're asking me to go onto all these applications, Snapchat, Google Hangouts, and it's a red flag. So I just said no. They stopped texting. My buzzer rang, and it was a delivery guy, and he rang my buzzer, and I let him in, and then he rang the buzzer again. I let him in through the second door. And then I went downstairs. I thought maybe it's a parcel I have to sign for. So I was all alone walking down the stairs by myself, nobody about, nobody in the corridor, nobody in the communal area, and there's this delivery guy with a cat covering his face and head. And he says to me, "Oh, I rang your buzzer. I didn't mean to, I tried the lady buzzer, but I don't want you, not you, it's for your neighbour." I didn't get cross, I didn't get upset. I mean, I've had deliveries and I would do this for anybody. I said, right. I said, it's for my neighbour, is it? I said, I'll escort you up the stairs. And I did. I went up the stairs with him. I opened the door and he put the parcel on my neighbour's door mat and he took a photograph of it. And then I waited. I didn't leave him hovering around in the corridor. I saw him back down the stairs. Because he was trying to get into the lift, and he was waiting for the lift to come down. When you get in that lift, you can access any floor you like. So I made sure that he left the building. But the parcel was not for me. I get back into my flat. Yeah, I am a bit pissed off. Delivery drivers do that a lot. They think that, right, he said he wasn't getting any answer from the neighbour's buzzer, which I find hard to believe because they're always in the evening. So I just, after that, I basically watched the end of my DVD and then I went to bed. Last night at 11:45, I get a message from Shy Joker saying hi. It's not joking, it's scary what they're doing. It's scary because you don't know who it is doing it. So I told you they send sexually explicit messages and then I get a delivery driver ringing my buzzer. They're very cruel as well. I'm going to read you one more message out. And this is what they say to me. At 7:08, before this delivery driver comes into the building. I'm a single dad of 3. I have 2 kids that live with me Monday to Friday, and I have another son who lives with his mum, but I see in the holidays. I'm a full-time carer and part-time builder. Builder again, look. I've been single for just over a year. Last time I had sex was around 2 months ago. I drive, don't smoke and drink socially, and again, kisses after the message. Kisses. Every person puts kisses after their messages on here. Now remember that these so-called men are texting me first. You see, I don't go to their profile and text them. These are all so-called men that have been texting me. Also, I was watching a crime DVD yesterday afternoon about a woman that met a man off Facebook dating who'd actually hidden the fact that he'd been in prison and was a violent criminal. And he ended up killing her kids, and one of her kids' friends in a frenzied drug attack with a claw hammer. So more and more and more that I go through, women that have been attacked, murdered after meeting men off dating sites. And then I remember how lucky I am that it didn't happen to me when I met a certain person off of Facebook dating myself. And he had a violent temper because he told me. So I'm just not, I think that in this world, you aren't 100% certain if you meet someone on a dating site or out on the street. If a guy comes up to you and says, "Oh, I like the look of you, are you single?" You've still got to be careful. You've got to be careful. Because this world right now is dangerous. People are short of money. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of violence in this world. Back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, when I was a single woman, it was a lot safer. But now, I don't know who you can trust. But you can't even trust someone coming up to you in the street. You can't. You don't know if they've got an ulterior motive. I mean, some people actually stalk people by looking out the window. So you'll be walking by their window and they've been watching you for a long time, watching your movements, what you've been doing. You just don't know anymore. I don't. You've just got to keep yourself safe. A girl and her mother argued. She went back, she walked in the dark, and this guy just dragged her off the street into his flat and murdered her. I've been very, very lucky, and I realise how lucky I've been. And I'm not prepared to put myself in danger. There are cameras in this building. Cameras. I have a personal alarm which I carry on me at all times now. But it doesn't guarantee safety. I've seen 2 cases where men have actually picked women up and so it must have some physical force and strength, pick them up and then dump them in their car or van. But one thing about me is I'm heavy. I'm very, very heavy. You wouldn't be able to pick me up. I'm not, don't look that huge and big, but I'm in fact very heavy. Because I take after my dad. He was very big boned and very big. Right guys, there's been no phone calls or messages so far this morning. No calls from my mum yet. No messages off Flirt Finder. When I was texted by Shy Joker, I was in bed last night. So we've got a predator. We've got a predator and a sex pest that his whole life revolves around scaring and upsetting me. Probably because he thinks I'll contact him and need his help. In the next video, I will be talking a bit more and doing a crossword. See you later.